Hello. It's Emma Holmes coming in from Rockstar HQ, and I am coming in to talk about your numbers in your business. Now, I know that these things are tricky little blighters, so this video is for you. If you want to do that when it comes to thinking about your business numbers, if you try and avoid your business numbers, if your business numbers feel like a big thing, if they feel heavy, this is for you. This is totally for you, because I know what it's like, and I've used some of these excuses in the past to not embrace my business numbers, but it is such an important one to do. It is so important to start to look after your business numbers. That which has your attention is the stuff that will grow. Where you place your attention is where magical things happen. You cannot keep your head in the sand when it comes to numbers in your business, because the numbers are the heartbeat of your business. They are a reflection of what is actually happening in your business. They are the ability for you to look and dive deeper into your business, and they are the ability for you to really start to create change. And if you aren't looking at these numbers, then they're going to bite you in the bum. One way or another, they're going to bite you in the bum. Particularly income numbers, they're going to bite you in the bum if you don't look after them, because either you're going to get to the end of the year to submit your accounts and you're going to go, don't know why I bothered, have hardly made any money, haven't made any money at all. Or you're going to get to the end of the year and go, I've got to pay the tax man this much money and I haven't put any money aside. So they're important to look after. And as soon as I started to look after my numbers, and I started to track my numbers, and I started to take responsibility for becoming the chief financial officer in my business, then that's when I was able to really focus on growth. It was when I was able to really look at how I could best grow the business to serve and support people. Now, this isn't me coming into you and saying that it's all about the money, because it isn't. But in order for me to help and support more people, the business needs to be viable, and the business needs to be profitable, and the business needs to be doing well. And in order for me to continue to grow and to help and support more people, that has to happen. So why you don't track your numbers right now, let's have a look at these excuses. Now, I want to know in the comments under this video whether you are guilty of any of these. If you are guilty of any of these, which ones you might be guilty of. I would love to know in the comments below this video which ones you are naughty with, so that we can make sure that you are taking ownership and are ready to move beyond that. So I don't do maths is the first one, or math if you're from the US. I don't do math. Is it that you are telling yourself that because you weren't an A-star student in mathematics, that you are unable to do your business numbers? Now, maths isn't my strongest point. My 11-year-old now has maths homework, which exceeds my mathematic ability. But I am more than capable and more than able of looking after my business numbers, of using the technology that I use in my business to do my accounts, to send over my reporting to my accountant, to be able to track my Facebook numbers, to be able to look at those kinds of things. I don't do maths is no longer a valid excuse, because we ain't asking you to get out a calculator and a piece of paper and create your own mathematical equations. Most of the time we can use software that will help and support us to do that. So I don't do maths. No. But let me know if it's been one of your excuses. It means I would know the reality. Now, this is the head in the sand kind of perspective on your business numbers. Actually, if I don't know, then I can't get in a mood about it, and I can't feel narky about it, and it won't cause me angst. Actually, the stress of not knowing is far bigger than the stress of knowing, and knowledge is absolutely power. Knowledge is power when it comes to your business finances, because this is where you can take control. This is where you can get hold of it today. This is where you can say, do you know what, enough's enough. I'm now going to take hold of this. I'm going to take charge of it, and I'm going to make magic happen. So you need to know that reality. But if that has been your excuse, let me know. I don't have time. Well, I have a recurring appointment that's put in my diary on the 1st of every month that makes sure that I sit down and do the previous month's accounts. I also look at my numbers each and every Friday afternoon, and that has become a habit and a routine. I don't have time means that you're not prioritising it. It means that it's not become a priority in your day, your week, your month. So it is about creating gaps of time. Now, I don't have time. It can often go hand in hand with I don't want to. Like I said, you're not prioritising it. So maybe what you need to do is to treat yourself like a toddler. So I know that when I have done half a day's worth of accounts, I've crossed off half a day. Usually takes me about 90 minutes, but I've crossed off half a day. I have a YouTube playlist that I'm going to stick on, and I'm going to enjoy the tunes as I do them. And equally, I have myself a reward set for after doing it. So it's usually just going out for a coffee, but that is my reward for doing the thing I didn't want to do. So I'm bribing myself to do it. And I'm quite happy to admit that. A little bit of bribery can sometimes go an awful long way. So if you are saying that you don't have time, it is that you're not prioritising it. And actually it does need to be prioritised. So think about how you can rearrange your time. Think about how you can schedule that time in. And think about how you can give yourself a little reward for doing the thing that you didn't want to do. I'm not all about the numbers. It's the next one. Well, that's fine, because I'm not all about the numbers. I'm about the impact that I can make. I'm about being able to help and support people. I'm being able to be a resource, being able to be a bridge. You know, there's all sorts of things that my business is about, but the numbers are still important. The numbers allow me to do what I'm doing. The numbers allow me to grow. The numbers allow me to help and support people in a deeper way. So it isn't about being number-centric. It isn't about being profit-driven. But those things are important. You know, don't be trying to kid yourself that it isn't about the numbers, because the numbers are important for your growth. You know, if you don't need to grow your business from a financial perspective, that's totally fine. But equally, it means that you don't have the motivation and impetus to be able to help and support more people, to be able to keep moving it forward, to have to do the thing. So when you keep your eye on the numbers, that can be very inspirational. It can be very motivational. It can allow you to step outside of your comfort zone a little bit more. So actually keeping an eye on those numbers is really important, whether your business is number-centric or not. I'll do it when ... is the next one. So you'll do it when what? What is it that you're going to do it when? Now, again, this is a prioritization and a time thing. So make sure, again, that you are putting aside time to get those numbers done. You can't just go, I'll do it when, because then the job gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And I often say that when it's a job that you really don't like, it's a little bit like as a woman going for a smear test. Now, we build it up to be this most awful, awful, awful thing. And the more we think about it, the worse it is. We build it up, we build it up, we build it up. And then we do it and we go, actually, it wasn't all that bad. So, again, prioritise, set yourself a treat at the other end, get it done. The next one is numbers make me feel sick. Again, this could be that you're catastrophizing. Now, it's really easy to catastrophize. So if you don't know your numbers, then chances are that you're going to turn it into a big thing. You're going to turn it into a big deal. Knowledge is power. Make sure that you know your numbers, because when you know your numbers, that is when you can make them different. That is when you can place your attention on them. That is when you can make magic happen with them. The next excuse for not doing your numbers is that's what proper businesses do. Whoa there, sister. Whoa there. You are a proper business, and you are creating a business that absolutely has an accounts department. It might just be you right now. It might be that you haven't got the funds or the prioritisation to look at outsourcing to an accountant or to a bookkeeper, but you know, one day a month, you're going to have to put your accounts team hat on and look at those numbers, because that is how you are going to be set and prepared for growth. So those are the biggest excuses kind of shot down that business owners come to when it is about tracking numbers and resistance to tracking numbers. So I would love to know in the comments which ones of those come up for you. I would love to know which ones of those that you might be struggling with, so that we can do more YouTube videos that can help and support that, and we can link them up in a playlist, and we can make it a thing that we don't neglect those numbers, that we don't resist those numbers, and that we don't turn our backs on them, because they're bloody important to running your business. So while you're here, I would love it if you would stick a thumbs up on the video if you enjoyed today's episode, and also be sure to subscribe and hit the bell so that you get notifications of all of the other episodes coming your way. I would love to hear what you think. I'd love to hear what things are your biggest resistance when it comes to business numbers, so I can make sure that the additional content that I do around this bad boy is absolutely what you need. Have a great day, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye!